properly right after the small Pushpanjali ceremony. And they came with these holy articles from Sridham Mayapur. The Padukas, for those of you who might not know, these are the shoes of Nityananda Mahajan, who is worshipped in Mayapur in a grand scale. So we are very fortunate that we are able to have their darshan today, and we can offer some flower petals and speak a prayer. And then the Shatari is also coming from Nishingadev, who is worshipped in Sridham Mayapur. So we'll have a small kirtan, and everyone can come forward. Deva Shri Radhika Mataji, she has a basket with the flower petals, and each and everyone can take some, offer, pay your obeisances, and then have your seat again. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhava ki Jai, Shri Panchatattva ki Jai, Sri Nityananda Mahajana ki Jai, Shri Nishingadev Bhagavan ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you again, dear devotees, for joining for tonight's special program with the TOVP team. And thanks to the TOVP team to come to Zurich and grace us with your presence. We would like to briefly introduce all the special guests, the senior devotees who have come and who will in a few minutes address us and speak a few words. First, we would like to welcome His Grace Jananivas Prabhu. Hari Bol. His Grace Jananivas Prabhu is a well-known devotee from Sridham Mayapur. He belongs to Mayapur like no one else. He joined the ISKCON movement in 1971, and just 1 year later he moved to Mayapur, and ever since then he has been based in Mayapur Dham, serving as a priest, serving the deities. And Jananivas Prabhu, as I got to know, he had made 2 vows in 1972. He said, "I never want to leave Mayapur, and I never want to ask for money." And now today he's here, he's left Mayapur, and he's humbly requesting devotees to come forward and contribute to the TOVP, the Temple of Vedic Planetarium. Why? Because it's an important mission, so that's why he broke these 2 vows. So we're very, very happy to have His Grace Jananivas Prabhu with us. Let's give one more time a loud Haribo! Then we have in the middle His Grace Pragosh Prabhu. Actually, you should know him. He has been the GBC of Switzerland some time ago. His Grace Pragosh Prabhu, he joined ISKCON in 1983. He's from Ireland, and he joined in London at South Street Temple, and he has done numerous services, but for many, many years he's serving as a GBC. And as I also got to know when I did some research, he was the first non-Srila Prabhupada, direct disciple of Srila Prabhupada who served in the GBC. So he's a very special devotee, and we are very happy that he came again after a few years. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Damodar.
And then we have on the left-hand side His Grace Braj Bilas Prabhu. Haribo! Braj Bilas Prabhu is the motor behind the TOVP fundraising campaign. Everybody knows that well. He's a disciple of Srila Radhanath Swami, and he's the vice chairman and director of the development for the TOVP since 2010, and the co-director of ISKCON Mayapur since 2018. On the sheet I have, it says that for the last 14 years you are traveling, but you mentioned to me it's 16 years, so that must be is an old one. So Braj Bilas Prabhu, he's traveling from city to city for the last 16 years and trying to inspire the community, not only trying, actually successfully inspiring the devotee community to support the TOVP campaign. So thank you all for coming today. We are very blessed. And now we would give the word to Pragosh Prabhu. Yes, yeah. You would start.
That's okay. No, I'll just take the mic.
Yes, I just introduce Her Grace Sukanti Radha Mataji. You have to. Nobody can see you. I didn't even see you. So Sukanti Radha Mataji, she's, as you can see, literally the person in the background. Mataji is coordinating the tours and doing all the background work, preparing the things and making sure that the fundraising campaign goes on smoothly. So she's hard working in the background, and let's welcome her by loudly chanting Haribo!
That's a good example to follow in the world that we live in. Thanks, Damodar Prabhu. Very nice to see a nice young temple president in ISKCON. Usually they have grey hair. It's coming, yeah. Don't worry, we'll add to it today. So yeah, listen, thanks everybody for allowing us to come today to your lovely temple here in Bergstrasse, Zurich, the land of, you know, when I come here, obviously I should be attracted to the deities, but I also love the laburnums and the wisteria. The laburnum tree, the wisteria plant. I don't know how familiar you are with them, but they're all around here, although because the weather's not so good today, I couldn't go out on a Japa walk to see them all. So thank you all very much for welcoming us here today. And the potency of the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium project, I think is witnessed or evidenced by the fact that I'm given a sheet of paper here to name four or five personalities who've already made a contribution today to the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium. And now they've headed back to Locarno in the Italian part of Switzerland. Okay. And they are, we just do a little Harry Bowl for them. They are Praneshwar Prabhu, or Praneshwar Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Oh, that's you. Jai, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Leaving soon.
Wow, leaving soon, I see. Okay, so we want to give you, recognize you before you have to leave. Okay, so Praneshwar Prabhu, thank you so much. And Aranya Prabhu, is Aranya Prabhu in the room? Jai, thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. And then we have, is that, well, no, is that Mario and Clara? Is it Mario and Clara? Mario and Clara. Okay, Mario. It sounds like a computer game. But anyway, okay, Mario and Clara. Is Mario and Clara here? Oh, they left already. Well, a big Harry Bowl to Mario and Clara. Thank you. And last but not least, Claudia. Is Claudia here? Jai, Claudia. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so as I say, the potency of the TOVP, at least one of them had already left, not all of them, but they're leaving soon, and they've contributed already. So just want to say a few words about the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium. And first, you know, always start with referencing Srila Prabhupada, and everything that he did to bring souls back to Krishna. Of course, Srila Prabhupada was here in Zurich, right? He was here in Zurich. He visited, I think, in 1973. Was it 73? Yeah, great. Whew. Okay, so Prabhupada actually visited Zurich. But there's many places in the world that Srila Prabhupada didn't visit where we now have thriving centers, temples, projects, etc. I think when Srila Prabhupada left, we conveniently say that there were 108 centers. Maybe it was 107, we bumped it up to 108. Maybe it was 109, we brought it down to 108 because 108 is an auspicious number. But now we have, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's sort of heading towards 2,000 centers around the world. So can you imagine that when Srila Prabhupada was walking the plank, as I like to say, the plank being the ramp onto the Jaladuta in 1965 in Kolkata, one 70-year-old man walking onto that cargo ship that you spin forward 50 years or so, or whatever it is, and there are over 2,000 centers around the world. It's just an extraordinary thing. So it's all because of his mercy. And you know, he tried everything. The three main ones that we talk about are Harinam, Prasadam, and book distribution, the three main ways that he wanted to try to connect people, or reconnect people, I should say, with Lord Krishna. But he also tried other things too. He tried self-sufficient farm communities. And I was just having a conversation earlier with Damodar Prasad Prabhu, and we don't have a self-sufficient farm community here in Zurich yet. But his family nearly do, even though they're not devotees as such. You know, they're having a kind of a rural community there. I understand that you buy a lot of your produce from them. I think the chapatis that I was eating for lunch actually come from Damodar Prasad, which is a good name, of course, family. So Prabhupada wanted self-sufficient communities, try to engage people. He almost was before his time in many ways. That the first one was 67, was it, when he started New Vrindavan in America? Almost before his time. Now it's becoming a much more relevant thing in the minds of people because of climate change and all these different things that are going on. So self-sufficient communities. He tried, or he established Bhaktivedanta Institute to try to engage the scientific community. He opened businesses, restaurants, spiritual sky incense. You know, he said to the English, he said that people in England will be conquered by Krishna conscious drama. They haven't been conquered by Krishna conscious drama yet, which goes to show that the devotees from the UK are not as good actors as they might like to think they are. But anyway, he tried dramatic things. He tried so many different things. And he also at one point said that to attract people, you need to have something that will appeal to them. And he talked about that in the context of this wonderful project, the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium. The first temple that Srila Prabhupada, the existing temple, sorry, in Mayapur, Srila Prabhupada named it the Mayapur Chandradoya Mandir, the rising moon of Mayapur, reflecting Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. So that's why he named that, and that's connected to the second line of the first verse of the Shikshastakam, Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam. Shreya, the auspiciousness, the benediction of the Chandrika, the rising moon. And I think the Vidyavadu Jivanam, it's the wife of knowledge, and it's the, but probably in English, in the translation, he says, the benediction moon, the rays of this benediction moon will shine all over the world. And what will it do? What will the rays of that benediction moon do? It's the cooling rays of the moon, and it will douse the fire of material life and the fire that we're all in the material world. So yeah, the rising moon of Mayapur, this was Srila Prabhupada's kind of vision for this particular project. And then he told devotees when he got into the detail of it, and the context of these things is very interesting because when Prabhupada first acquired land in Sridham Mayapur, just 2 acres, by the way, I think now it's somewhere between 700 and 800, Brajvilas Prabhu will know exactly, he will know down to the last kata. Between 700 and 800 acres. But when Prabhupada first acquired land, it was just 2 acres that he acquired. And all that was there were rice fields. You've probably seen the photos. Nothing but rice fields. There weren't even any of those little kind of, you know, woodeny type or corrugated iron shops. None of those existed. It was just agricultural land, rice fields. And immediately Srila Prabhupada was talking about establishing this temple. And when he was talking about establishing the temple, he quoted a verse, so we've just quoted from the Shikshastakam, which is roughly 500 years ago. Srila Prabhupada quoted from a verse that is not hundreds of years ago, not thousands of years ago, not millions of years ago, not billions of years ago, but trillions of years ago. We learn from Bhagavad Gita that the lifespan of Lord Brahma is 311 trillion, 800 million, and whatever the other bits and pieces are. So he quoted Lord Brahma from the Brahma Samhita, and he said, Goloka namni nijadamni tale chatasya devi mahisha harinama sute shute shute te prabhava nichaya vihitas chayena govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. That that's how we should, that's this temple that we're going to build. I laugh because I'm just thinking if I was sitting there, how much I would be doubting the words of Srila Prabhupada. Now, of course, you look on the screen. I don't know if that's a computer-generated image, but it's pretty much accurate as to what you actually will see there now in Mayapur. How many people have been to Mayapur in the last 5 years, say? Well, how many people have been there to Mayapur? I don't want to disappoint you. You're all about to put your hands up, and then I qualified it by 5 years. So many of you have been there. If you've been there in the last few years, you will see literally what you see on screen here. That's actually a live image, right? Or a real image. It's not, yeah, that's a real image there. So Prabhupada, when he was speaking, there was just rice fields. And he's talking to these devotees, and you can just imagine them sitting there. And Prabhupada quotes that verse and says, so the temple that you're going to build here, or that we're going to build here, it will be 30 stories high. And inside the main dome, we will reflect that verse. So Devidam is the first level. And that's what people will see when they first look up, Devidam. And Prabhupada says, that's the lowest level. And here's the bad news for us. That's our world, although we're not really on Devidam, because that's the abode of the demigods. You know, we're not even that high, but that's the lowest level, Devidam. And then above Devidam will be Maheshtam, or the abode of Lord Shiva. And then above that will be Haridam, or the Vaikuntha planets. And then above that, the topmost will be Golokadam, the home of Lord Krishna, like that. So Prabhupada was quoting that, and after he said that, he said, and that will not be difficult, and it will not be difficult. Can you imagine? You're sitting in rice fields with nothing there, building this magnificent building, which I think is 350 feet high, right? 350 feet high. It is going to be the largest religious building or spiritual building in Asia, and the second largest in the world. The only one that's larger will be the Vatican, because we thought, given that the Pope just recently passed away, we wouldn't build a building bigger than his. No, the reason that the Vatican will remain 50 feet higher, 60 feet higher, something, about 50 feet. Can you imagine? It's just 50 feet. Maybe we'll put a big Hanuman flag or something on top of our temple. But the main reason for that is that I'm not sure what the ground in Rome is like. I know in Manhattan it's literally granite. But in Mayapur it's mud. That's what you're building on. You're building on mud. And anyone will tell you, you shouldn't really build on mud. It's not a solid foundation. Actually, what the TOVP, the first thing they had to do, and how long did that take? That must have taken nearly a year, was it? Yeah. So for the first year, you didn't see anything coming up from the ground. What they were doing was they were banging down with these pile drivers. They were banging down these concrete piles that were 100 foot high, and there was 300 of them, sinking them all into the ground like that. And when they were all sunk into the ground, they then put a concrete slab on top of all of those, and that's what's holding this building up. If you wanted to make it 50 foot higher again, you would have had to go out another few hundred feet all around, and it would have just been kind of just too much, basically, to do that. Prabhupada said it won't be difficult. And you can just imagine what the devotees were thinking when he said that. But of course, it is all to do with us having faith, right? Faith is such a precious thing, but it's also a very vulnerable thing. So to whatever degree we have some faith, we really should build on it, continue to build on it until we become completely secure. Because the reason that Prabhupada was so confident that this would be built and it will not be difficult is because it's predicted by Lord Nityananda. He's actually predicted that this temple will rise and will build. And how can you doubt the Supreme Personality of Godhead? So, or Lord Balaram, I should say. Lord Nityananda, none different than Lord Balaram. And he said, Eka Adbhut Mandira E Haibe Prakash. Gauranga Nitya Seva Haibe Prakash. And actually, although I just do what I'm told, you know, I'm asked to come here, so I come here, I do what I'm told. But actually, really, I think the main reason that I'm here, the TOVP team are here, the reason this project is being built is to fulfill the second line of that prediction of Lord Nityananda, that Gauranga Nitya Seva Haibe Vikash, that this temple, that's okay, it happens to all of us. Happens to every one of us. Actually, we were talking earlier about the scientists coming up with medication to stop cows passing gas, you know. So if that works, maybe they can come up with stopping humans sneezing at some point in time in the future. Anyway, so that's why I think this is all happening, to engage everybody in the eternal service of Gaura Nitai, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. And it will work. It is already working. Look at all of us. Look at Zurich prior to 1973, to think that anyone would be engaging in the service of Gaura Nitai. Now so many people in this city, in this country, are engaging in the service. And this project is meant to literally put rocket boosters under that prediction of getting everyone to engage in the service of Gaura Nitai. And Srila Prabhupada, he also talked at one time about, we don't want people, not that we don't want people, it's okay if they do, but we don't want people going to the Taj Mahal because there's no spiritual benefit or no spiritual significance to the Taj Mahal. In fact, I think an emperor built it because of his love for his wife or his princess or whatever it was. So there's no spiritual benefit. So Prabhupada said, we don't want people going to the Taj Mahal. We want them coming here to Mayapur. Again, Prabhupada saying these things when you've just got rice fields. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, you're going to get people to come. You know, I was going to say, how many people have been to Mayapur? You've already told me that. So the people who put their hands up, you know well, first off, you have to get on the plane and get to Calcutta, but you also know then what the taxi ride is like from Calcutta airport to Mayapur. Can you imagine trying to convince people to come to Mayapur if there's just rice fields there? I don't think you're going to be very successful. So Prabhupada says, we want people to come here. And here's the thing. Prabhupada, when he said that again, it was just rice fields. Now today, spin forward, whatever it is, 45 years, now we get 11 million people coming to the TOVP, coming to Mayapur. This is before the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium has been opened. 11 million people. When the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium opens, some experts, you know, different companies that are good at doing this kind of stuff, in conjunction with some of the devotees to get the correct statistics and this, that, and the other. They have said when the doors open for this temple, when Shishi Radha Madhava and Panchatattva are relocated from where they currently are to this new temple, that we will immediately be getting 55 million people to visit every year. So more than 1 million a week will be coming to Mayapur. I just had to. Why are you laughing? You have no faith, Damodar. We need a new temple president while we're here as well. And anyone like to be the new temple president? So, so 55 million people, more than 1 million people a week. So I just had to Google recently. I had to Google how many people visit the Taj Mahal. And as we know, Google is never wrong, right? Mr. and Mrs. Google are just never wrong. So I Googled it, and you know what Mr. and Mrs. Google told me? That currently, between 8 and 9 million people visit the Taj Mahal each year. So we're already exceeding. Prabhupada wanting more people to come to the Mayapur is already happening, and it will just go through the stratosphere once this temple is actually opened. Interesting also, of the people who visit the Taj Mahal, how many of them, what percentage of them do you think are foreigners? Do you want to put a guess on it? Do you want to give us a guess? 5%. Anyone want to go higher or lower from the 5%? Higher. How high do you want to go? 60%. So I tell you what, whatever this lady contributes to the TOVP today, you'll be contributing 60% more, okay? So you want to go 60% higher than 5%. Oh, up to 60%, whatever. 0.8%. So you were closer. 0.8% of the people who visit the Taj Mahal are actually non-Indian or foreigners like that. So what we want to do in Mayapur, as well as already, you know, greatly exceeding the visitors, we want more and more international people to be coming and visiting Mayapur. And when you've got 55 million people visiting, you know, even if 45 million of them are Indian people. That will mean 10 million foreigners visiting Mayapur every year, so it'll be absolutely wonderful. So yeah, this goal of engaging everyone in the service of Gaur Nitai. And here's another incredible statement from Lord Chaitanya, again connected to that about engaging everyone in the service of Gaur Nitai. Lord Chaitanya famously said, Ekaki amara nahi pai bolo harinama sankirtane. This is Lord Chaitanya speaking, okay? Supreme Personality of Godhead, combined incarnation of Krishna and Radha. And he said, I alone do not have the strength to carry on this mission of chanting the holy names of Lord Krishna. Now, we can take that on face value, but we can also take it as, because Krishna does this a little bit as well, you know, this thing of, he did it obviously famously with Mother Yashoda, that he manifests in a way that he's dependent on his devotees. But ultimately he's Atmarama, self-satisfied, right? But he does manifest sometimes in situations where he's dependent on his devotees. So I think Lord Chaitanya's quote there is he's showing that, you know, that he's indicating that he's dependent. Ultimately, he's Atmaram also, but he's indicating that he's dependent on us. And many times you'll see Lord Chaitanya in, you know, when he's on the altar, particularly with the Panchatattva bas relief that they make in Hungary, you'll see him like this. And he's just, you sense that he's just enticing everybody to come into his service. Please come into his service like that. Because that's to our benefit. It's our benefit to serve. And you know, one time Ambarish Prabhu, who I should have mentioned earlier actually, but I'm mentioning him now. One time, Ambarish Prabhu is really the leader of this project. He was the one who Srila Prabhupada directly talked to most about this project. And he effectively asked Ambarish Prabhu, please build this. Please fulfill this prediction of Lord Nityananda's like that. I mean, how satisfying it must be for Ambarish Prabhu to actually look now at the stage that this is at. This is like, externally in that sense, it's pretty much finished. It's just the internals, really, that have to be finished now. It must be so satisfying, you know. Basically, it's been his kind of life's mission, his life's work. And, you know, I think we would all love to have the opening ceremony, which is predicted for Gorpanim 2027. Of course, how many predictions for openings of things in ISKCON ever hold? But Brajvilas Prabhu says, it is happening. So Gorpanim 2027, fingers crossed that Ambarish Prabhu is still with us, and even if it slides another year, fingers crossed that he remains with us, because it would be just so nice to have him there at the opening of this glorious temple. So, Ambarish one time was helping to raise funds for the Juhu temple. Again, back in the sort of early to mid-70s, he was over in Mumbai, and he was part of the kind of fundraising team at that time as well. And he was signing up life members. That's what he was doing, going out signing up life members. A little bit like book distribution, I guess, signing up life members. You know, it's not the easiest thing in the world. You know, it can be a challenging kind of service. So he was signing up life members, and he was finding it tough. He was finding it very tough, signing up these life members. So, he came to Prabhupada one day, and he said, Srila Prabhupada, he had his checkbook in his top pocket, and he said, Srila Prabhupada, I would like to write you a check for more than I will ever be able to raise signing up life members. So basically, Ambarish was going to write a check that was going to way exceed any amount of Lakshmi that he'd be able to collect from signing up life members. So Srila Prabhupada's eyes lit up, and he said, wonderful, fantastic. Please do that. So Ambarish signed the check. I'm not sure how much it was for. 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. I don't know how much it was for. But he signs the check, and he puts it on Prabhupada's desk. Srila Prabhupada takes the check, looks at it, folds it up, puts it in his top pocket, and says, that is wonderful. Now, after Prashadam, go out and sign up some more life members. And then Prabhupada said to him, echoing this Ekaki Amara Nahi Pai Bolo verse, echoing that, Srila Prabhupada said to him, it's wonderful that you're making that donation, but our mission is not just to get the money as quickly as possible to do these things. On one level, that's also good if that can happen. But bigger than that, greater than that, more important than that, is that we engage as many people as we possibly can in the buildings of these temples, because then they are engaging in the service of Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. So again, that's, I think, why we're all here today. And why? Why do we want to engage in the service of Lord Krishna? Oh, sorry, why does Srila Prabhupada want us all to be engaging in the service of Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya? Why? Because if we are not doing that, we are stuck in this material world. And by the way, when I say stuck, nothing is stagnant. So therefore, you have to move either forward or backwards. And if you're not engaged in the eternal service of Srila Prabhupada, of Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, if you're not engaged in his service, their service, then you will move backwards. You will slide backwards. We cannot remain static. You know, it's just not the way that life is, or the way existence is. We have to be moving. So obviously we want to be moving in the right direction, not in the wrong direction like that. So now I know also that these wonderful quotes from famous personalities, you know, that I don't mind where I go. You know, I'll go to the deepest, darkest regions of hell as long as I'm able to serve the Lord. Somehow or other, I haven't quite reached the level of advancement to echo that sentiment. I don't know that I would want to go to... Of course, if I did go, I would want to be serving Krishna, but still, I think I'd like to serve Krishna somewhere else rather than the deepest, darkest regions of hell. And I don't think it's Maya to think like that either, because what is the name of our flagship magazine in the Hare Krishna movement? It's not Back to the Hellish Planets, back to Patala Loka, it's back to Godhead. So it's that's a nice goal and goal to have. So back to Godhead. So that's why we want to engage in the eternal service of Gaunitai, and why we want, because by engaging in the service of Gaunitai, we lose all the envy. All the envy from our heart just drains away. Envy, the most corrosive of all the anarthas. You know, people kill other people because of envy. It's just such a powerful, and again, like I was saying, you have to move forwards and backwards. None of these things are static. If you allow envy, envy is in our heart. But if we don't deal with it, if we're not trying to dampen it down, to get rid of it, Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ki Jai, Hare Krishna. We'll get the full darshan. Shri Shri Gaunitai Ki Jai, Hare Krishna. Yeah, so like our existence in the material world, envy is in the heart. If we are not dealing with it, if we are not taking the envy head on, and trying to continually reduce it and ultimately completely eliminate it, uproot it from our heart like that, it will continue to grow. It will just grow like that. So yes, so because we're engaged in the eternal service of Lord Chaitanya, the greatest symptom of compassion and the greatest weapon against envy is to encourage others to engage in the eternal service of Gaunitai. So, Srila Prabhupada, why should we do that? To get out in the material world. And Srila Prabhupada, and I'll finish on this, Srila Prabhupada gave a wonderful, for me at least, an absolutely wonderful little anecdote, or, wonderful little story, let's say, about the material world. Very short. And why we should try to get out of it as quickly as possible. He said, this material world is like a toilet. You go in, you do your business, and you get out as quickly as possible. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki, Temple of the Vedic Planetarium ki, ISKCON Zurich ki, Go Premanandi. And now I will hand the microphone to the ever wonderful Janivas Prabhu. Oh, I won't hand him. You've got one for him.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Simati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatade Shatarine Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, TOVP Ki Jai. So, when Srila Prabhupada first came to Mayapur, he wanted his temple of Vedic planetarium built where the Bhajan Kutir is, where we know as the Bhajan Kutir. And Prabhupada, he quite liked being in that situation. He wasn't at all fazed by the lack of facility. He would get up early morning and he would chant his, translate Srimad Bhagavatam till the end of night. Then he'd go out for a morning walk, then come back. But he wasn't, he was coming from sophisticated cities like Bombay and Los Angeles, and but he wasn't fazed by lack of these facility. There was no electricity there at that time, so he had a kerosene lamp, and he would light the kerosene lamp at night, so he could work on his translations of Srimad Bhagavatam. There was no toilets there. There was just a bamboo structure with one bamboo going across the center for the sitting place, but there was no actual real toilets or anything like that. And to take a bath, you would have to go to the hand pump. We had a hand pump in the soil, and someone would have to come and pump the well to get buckets of water. And the Bhajan Kutir, there was no other lights around. So when we used to light the candles, Prabhupada had, when we was lighting candles, all the mosquitoes and bugs, different kinds of bugs that like the light, they come flying into the light. And so that was the situation at that time. And Prabhupada would go out for a morning walk, and he would come back again. Always the same time. Prabhupada was so calculative, I guess, that he'd go out for a morning walk. Sometimes he'd go towards the Jogpit, the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sometimes towards the Tarampur, the village nearby. Sometimes to the Ganga. We were on the bank of the Ganga. Sometimes towards Navadvip. And but whenever he came, he always come back at the same time. Sometimes he's got to walk across the Kacha fields. There was no proper road or anything, so he was walking in between the ploughed fields. But he always come back the same time every day, even though he goes out in different directions every morning. And when you've seen this Hare Krishna film, the old one, you can see Prabhupada, he's ringing and there's a bell. It's a bell hanging. And Prabhupada, we would circumambulate the Radha Madhava, and Prabhupada would ring the bell, and then he said you should have you have two bells, one each side of the temple. So one you hit dong, and another one, the other side you hit ding. So ding, dong, ding. This is how you play. He was teaching us how to play that. But when Jadubara Prabhu, if you know him, he's our ISKCON cameraman. He made some film of that Prabhupada ringing the bells. I think it's in the film The World of Hare Krishna or something. And Jadubara Prabhu said that when I developed this film, which was, those days it was a reel-to-reel photographing machine. So to get a series of photos, when you move them, then the photo appears to be moving. There seems to be activity there. So it takes 17 frames to pass through the camera, 17 frames before you get the movement. So it's fixed like that. So Jadubara said, when I developed the film, I noticed that on every 17 frames, it was exactly the same, how do you say, it was exactly the same time. In other words, it meant Prabhupada calculated when he's ringing the bell down to 1/17th of a second. He was hitting the bell the same every one. So when Prabhupada first came, we had one cow named Kamaduk, and she was pregnant, and so it meant that when Prabhupada came, then the cow would be the pregnant cow wouldn't be able to give her proper milk. It's during the pregnancy period, the milk becomes really not suitable for humans. It kind of goes jelly-like. What's it called? Colostrum. Yeah, colostrum. It's not really fit for human consumption. But then this cow had a miscarriage, and so that the milk wasn't affected anymore by that cholesterol. And when Prabhupada was told, Prabhupada said, he said, yes, that cow sacrificed her calf so I could get milk to drink. Prabhupada said. So Prabhupada was living so close to him for this period. There was of course, there was millions of mosquitoes there. When we put the kerosene lamps on, all the mosquitoes and different types of bugs come. And Prabhupada said that Prabhupada said anyway, another time when Prabhupada came to live in the Bhajan Kutir, and oh, that's right. So then the president there, was Babananda, he made a complaint to Srila Prabhupada that these devotees, they're drinking this khajuras that's from the date tree, from the palm tree, gives off a fruit and some ras, juice comes. And so you can drink it, but after sunrise it becomes intoxication, like an intoxication. So the temple president, he didn't like it that the devotees were taking this. So Bhavananda got told Prabhupada, he said, Srila Prabhupada, these devotees are drinking this very strong liquor. It's just like whiskey, Prabhupada. And devotees are taking it. Prabhupada was, really? So then every day we would go and take darshan at Prabhupada. So we went in that day, and Prabhupada said, another devotee name, I'm not sure, Lord Hari. He said to Srila Prabhupada, we were in Bhajan Kutir taking darshan. So he said to Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, he said, me and the boys, we take a chapel walk down the road where they're making this khajuras, this date ras, and it's really nice, Prabhupada, and we're drinking. It's really nice. It sounded like, me and the boys, we go down to the bar and knock a few back, The way he said it was funny. But anyway, Srila Prabhupada had a choice to make. He heard the president's side, he heard the devotee side. They like it. So the next day we all went in for the darshan in Bhajan Kutir. And then Shrutikirti Prabhupada's servant, he said, Srila Prabhupada, we've got some khajuras, would you like to try it? So he gave Shrutikirti a glass of khajuras, and Prabhupada took some. It's funny. Don't take a little. Took some. It's quite nice. That's quite nice. He said, bring me another glass. So they brought him another glass. Because that was Prabhupada's glass. So he gave another glass, but then Prabhupada said, now pass it around to all the devotees so they can all take some of this khajuras. Bhavananda was fuming, he couldn't get his own way. And Prabhupada wanted every temple in ISKCON to send 2 devotees from around there, from their temples, different places, send 2 devotees to Mayapur, so we can. Nobody was coming to Mayapur. No. Anyway, send 2 devotees. Every temple should send 2 devotees, but no one was coming. And Jayapataka Maharaj said, have to find out some means and ways to get people to come to Mayapur. And he said, will you take some pictures, photographs of these big bugs and everything? And he said, we'll blow it up until the little bug becomes like a big monster. And then we send it around the world, the letter around the world, come to Mayapur. Prabhupada wants you to come to Mayapur. See, these are some of the Dham buses, the inhabitants of the Dham. We were laughing like anything. But nobody really wanted to come because there was nothing to do. One time I was sitting beside Prabhupada and the devotees. In the back of the bhajan kutir we had a canvas which became our kitchen. Just a canvas roof. And the devotees have found that got this it's puri making press. So like you have two discs on a handle, and you make some maida and atta, make a ball and put it on the disc, pull it down, and then open, and then you throw it into the ghee or the oil or whatever. So they had that, and when they were putting putting on putting on the gore and the gore balls, putting the putting the gore and it's like a puri, so they put the gore and liquidy gore. It's very tasty. So it was like a party. And it was like a kind of a novelty that we got this puri pressing machine. So we could hear everything through the bhajan kutir walls. That's just made of chetai, bamboo chetai. So you could hear everything going. And Prabhupada was sitting, he was writing, I think, and I was sitting by his side. And then Prabhupada said, why are they building why are they offering us? Why are they offering so much opulent foodstuffs? Something like that. They didn't use the word opulent foodstuffs. But anyway, the devotees were enjoying this party, like atmosphere that was coming. And Prabhupada said, he stopped writing and he looked up and he said, they shouldn't take more than 2 puris. But inside you could hear, give me a puri, give me another one, throw one over here, hey. They were having a little puri party with the gore. And then Prabhupada was still, no, he got up and, no, very serious. No, not more than 2 or 3, but not more than 3 or 2 puris, not in Mayapur. So that was life in the bhajan kutir. Now, as Progress Prabhu says, we can see the fantastic change has taken place from what was just a little straw hut and into what it is now, TOVP. TOVP ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Thank you.
Now we will watch a video and then I will speak. Is this on? This is a beautiful video about the milestone of the Temple of Vedic Planetarium. We tried in the afternoon, it didn't play properly, but now it is. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashtatate Shatarine Ajanulambitau Bujau Kanakavadato Sankirtanakapitaro Kamalaya Daksho Vishwambaro Dujabaro Yugadharma Palo Vande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro 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 Krishna Todiya Padapankaja Panjarantam Adaiva Vishutume Manasa Raja Hamsa Prana Prayana Samaye Kapavada Pittai Khanta Varodana Vido Smaranam Kutaste Smaranam Kutaste Smaranam Kutaste Hare Krishna Srila Prabhupada Ki Thank you, you're leaving? Thank you. You have a safe journey. We will. Thank you, my friend Radhakant Prabhu. Thank you. Have a safe journey. No problem. We'll see you. So first of all, I would like to take the blessings of His Grace Jananivas Prabhu. What he is doing to build this temple is nothing short of a miracle. At this elderly age of 81, traveling every town and village, to give all of us an opportunity to do something very significant in our lives. Very, very grateful to him. Today is also his brother, His Grace Pankaj Angri Prabhu's disappearance day. So I pay my obeisances to him also. Next, we have His Grace Pragosh Prabhu, who is very, very dear to Ambrish Prabhu and a great supporter of the project. Without his help, he would not have had this tour. He made it possible, not only this time. I've known him for more than 16 years now. And every tour and all over the world, he is one of our big supporters in the DBC to make sure this temple is completed. Very, very grateful to him. Next, our coordinator Sukanti is here. Sukanti Mataji, organizing, arranging, distributing, sharing all this so that we all can participate to do and build this temple. Grateful to her. My family friend Sailesh Prabhu and Mother Kirti here, great supporter of the project. I'm very, very grateful to them also. And our temple president, Damodar Prasad Prabhu. I asked him, why didn't you come to the program in the afternoon? There was a program there. He said, you will corner me. I don't corner anybody. I will circle him with love. So I'm very, very grateful to him. Such a dynamic, very soft, mild-hearted, compassionate person, devotee here, inspiring all of us here in this congregation in Zurich. I'm very, very grateful to you. And all the assembled Vaishnavas here today who had come for the Temple of Vedic Planetarium program, very, very grateful to you. Srila Prabhupada was asked many times, how did you spread this message? How did you spread this message in the Western world? Srila Prabhupada many times answered differently, but most of the time he answered this question by quoting Srimad Bhagavatam verse from 1:17 to 1:21. Beautiful verse. Shinvatan Swakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtanam Hridayantostobi Abrani Vitnoti Duit Satam Nasta Prayeshu Abadreshu Nitam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistuki Tato Rajas Tamo Bhava Kama Loba Deschaye Cheta Etir Anavriddam Siddham Satve Prasidati Evam Prasanna Manaso Bhagavat Bhakti Yogata Bhagavat Vijnanam Mukta Sangasa Jayate. Then the last one, Vidyate Hridaya Granthas Chidyante Sarva Samshaya Shiyante Sarva Karmani Drishta Eva Atmanishware. Beautiful. Shinvata Swakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtana. If you hear the name of Krishna and if you hear his pastimes, chant Hare Krishna, your heart becomes purified. Purified. Once your heart becomes purified, you come to the temple without fail. Without fail. And hear Srimad Bhagavatam and serve the Vaishnavas. The devotion is established, bhakti is established in your heart. When bhakti is established in your heart, then rajas and tamas will leave you. Say goodbye. And you will be in the mode of goodness. Tado rajas tamo bhava kama lobha deschaye. All gone. So when you are goodness, then you will understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The knowledge of Krishna arise. When the knowledge of Krishna arise, then what we have is Swiss knife. I think that is what I should talk. I think I forgot. I was talking about in the previous session about Swiss chocolates and Swiss time, precision. Now you talk about Swiss knife. Vidyate Hridaya Granthas. It will cut. Vidyate means cut. All the desires, unwanted desires in your heart. Chidyante Sarva Samashaya. It will cut all the doubts. Swiss knife is famous for cutting, right? Sharp. What is that company name? Victronics? Huh? Victorinox, or whatever it is. Chidyante Sarva Samashaya. Shiyante Jayasa Karma. It will cut all your karma. Your karma is finished. Drishta eva atmanishware, then you can see yourself on the Lord. Liberation. You're free. And after that, you will have bhakti, love of God. Your heart is purified. Krishna's Paramatma sitting in your heart and cleaning your heart. Your heart is purified. Devotion is established. Passion and ignorance is gone. Knowledge of Krishna arises. Then you are on the path of liberation and your karma is finished. After that, Prema Pumarto Mahan, Bhakti, the love of God at the constitutional position is established. That is why we are building this temple. Because everybody can practice the devotion to the Supreme Personality of God, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is what all of our centers do. That is how Srila Prabhupada preached Krishna consciousness all over the world. It was called Hare Krishna explosion. This is how the explosion happened. And this will be the second explosion after we build this temple. It is a massive explosion. As Pragosh Prabhu was saying, 55 million visitors will visit Sridham Mayapur. 55 million in the next 5 years. And after 10 years, you can't imagine. I was in the Vatican a few days back. So, too many people visiting. And I was thinking about Mayapur, the Vatican of the Vaishnavas. Unbelievable. The people from Tirupati, TTD, Tirupati Devasthanam, they said this will become the Tirupati of the East. Tirupati is next to Vatican in the crowd and also in money. Now, this temple, I'm not sure it will take Tirupati and Vatican, but at least it will be a number 3. We can try. Such a massive temple, so that we all can develop love for Supreme Personality of Godhead. Love. Everything about this temple is love of God, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This temple will establish that supremacy of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is why we are building such a large temple. And in 2027, Pragosh Prabhu was saying whether it is dicey. No. We have all the money to complete the temple. But the problem is that money is in your bank account. And if you are asking me why you are not finishing the temple, how can I say? Because you are holding the money in your Swiss bank. Right? Swiss is famous for banks. Krishna beautifully says, no, he is the ultimate banker. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantasya dridavrita namaschanta mam bhaktya nitya upasate. Then after that he says, Yogakshemam vahamayam. I carry what you lack and preserve what you have. The ultimate banker, more than Swiss bank. Swiss bank doesn't carry what you lack. You have to carry what you lack. And probably they don't preserve also what you have. It can be taken away anytime. Krishna is the ultimate banker. Carry what we lack and preserve what we have. If we do satatam kirtayanto mam, is the guaranteed. So today, we had come up with this beautiful knife kit. This will kit all of our illusion. Open with me. Don't open before me. So you will not know, because this is very sharp. Krishna consciousness is a razor-edged. Prabhupada knew that he will have a center in Swiss. Razor-edged sharp. It's very, very sharp. This knife kit, because if we don't cut our illusion, love doesn't develop. Prabhupada said to make a devotee, he has to shed buckets of blood. I think that was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's statement. To make one devotee, he has to shed buckets of blood. So today we are all going to shed that kind of blood to build this temple. And everybody all over the world are shedding buckets of blood in building this temple, so that the future generation can have a foundation, a large foundation, for they can thrive in Krishna consciousness. So take this flag out. These are two flags. One is a ISKCON flag, other one is a Temple of Vedic Planetarium flag. Very, very important. This is establishing Sanatan Dharma in every town and village. Let us wave this flag very high. Everybody should wave this flag. This is Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. And you have to pass it on generation after generation. You'll promise? You'll pass it on? Keep this flag flying very high? Yes or yes? Very nice. You see, Damodar Prabhu is even more excited. He knows he's a Sankirtan man. And it is too stuffy also here, so we are getting some air. Yeah. Next, please take this book out. This is about Lord Narasinghadev. Amazing. The divine protector. This book is a very, very, very important book. The stories how Lord Narasinghadev manifested to protect all of us so that we can develop love for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is why he is there. So any problem, any obstacles, Lord Narasinghadev will help you. This is another book which we had given you here. Because you are going to do something very, very important. Take this bucket of blood card. Take this out. Is everybody taking this card out? Please take this card. This is very important. This is also called Sankalpa card. There are several opportunities in this card, pledge card. We have medallions. Pragosh Prabhu will show the medallions. Gold, silver and bronze. In the afternoon program, we gave out all gold. If you're pledging gold, I think Switzerland, everybody is gold. We'll send it to you. Or you'll get 2. Beautiful medallion, better than any Olympic medallion. Amazing. Then we have awards. We have awards. Gold, silver and bronze awards, better than any Oscar awards. Then we have, Pragosh Prabhu, can you show the awards? We had one award sponsored, Golden Award, in the previous program. Remember, we have a competition with the Tamil group. Your Tamil group? Okay. This beautiful award, Srila Prabhupada Award. Right? And then we have trophies. We didn't bring the trophy, but it is a Narasinghadev replica, small. We have 3 years to go. 2025, 2026, and 2027. Easy. We can give in installments, little by little by little by little. Very, very easy. A gold medallion, if you take, it comes to only 95 francs. For 3 years. 95 francs every month. 95 francs is difficult. We are living in Swiss. Even in India, it is not difficult. That is why we had kept everything. We know that everybody should give gold. So we had kept it in such a way that everybody can participate. And the silver medallion is only 45 francs. And the bronze is 25 francs. Easy. So easy. Everybody can participate. And if you want to go to the higher level, then it multiplies a little bit more. As I said, we had one award, Srila Prabhupada Award in the Tamil program here in this afternoon. We almost raised, the Tamil people gathered and they said, yes, we will beat the English group and we will do 50,000.
It might beat the English, they won't beat the Swiss.
Oh, yes, okay. He's right. They can't beat you. So you take out this. You take out this knife. This is not a pen. This is a knife. It is filled with buckets of blood inside because you're going to sacrifice. It's the biggest sacrifice. Write your name, phone number, email address. And tick everything gold. Cut. In Switzerland, there is an amazing thing that they produce all these knives and everything for all over the world, but they don't go to war at all. Intelligent people. Right? Very intelligent. Switzerland, all Swiss people, amazingly intelligent. So please write your name, phone number, email address, and tick everything gold. Our Tamil man is here. He campaigned to so many people in the afternoon. He's sitting specifically here to see whether the Swiss group is able to beat the Tamil group. Yes, Prabhu? Yeah, you're saying he's watching, you know. He's a spy. He's watching. Whether we are able to beat the Tamil group. Mataji is also here. She brought us a lot of chocolate. She said, don't let the Swiss group win. I'm giving you all this chocolate. Right? So yes, let's see. Please fill the form. Send the form to me. I'm going to read the name. Swiss means time also. We have to immediately give this form. Tick everything gold, and I'm going to read the name. Pragosh Prabhu is going to give the medallion. Jana Nivas Prabhu is going to give the Pavitra. And we are going to call it a celebration. We have to cross 50,000, right? 50,000 francs. Or euros, sorry.
Very similar, actually.
Very similar, okay. Very similar. Yes, let's keep it flowing. Who is the first one?
Our Tamil spy is very happy.
Yeah.
Received one card yet. Is he creating some sort of mystic Reka ring?
Is saying Tamil people should always win. But now we are going to change. We are going to make it a tie so that he is happy. Right? A tie. Send the forms. The gold medallion is only 95 francs. Then in 3 years you'll give 3,500 francs. The silver medallion is only 45 francs. And the bronze is 25 francs. Easy. 25 is not a big deal. 45 is not a big deal. 95 is not a big deal. You have to make a deal first. That is a big deal with the Lord. After that, these are all numbers. It's all numbers, mathematics.
The TP is leading the way.
The TP is giving a gold medallion. You know, the brahmacharis, they don't have any money. You know, not a zero, no money. But they are sacrificing. You know how? They will go on the street and collect Sankirtan, distributing books to build the temple. The whole Mayapur land was brought by people distributing books in Europe on the street. That is how we collected all the money.
A lot here in Switzerland.
And a lot here in Switzerland. Switzerland has a famous history supporting Sridhar Mayapur, building Sridhar Mayapur. And Damodar Prasad Prabhu, he is pledging a bronze medallion. Please give him a big hands. In the Tamil group, we started everything gold. Nobody even took the bronze. They said, Prabhu, you are asking, you coming Swiss and asking bronze and silver? Big round for Damodar Prabhu. Yeah. Yes, who is going to give the gold medallion now? He is a brahmachari. If he can give bronze, we all can give diamond actually. I'm only asking gold. Don't keep your gold in Swiss bank. Don't, as Pragosh Prabhu said, Prabhupada said, don't lock Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in your house. Don't lock all the gold medallions in your Swiss bank. Open it to build this temple. This is the time we need the gold medallion. That is what will build the temple. 95 francs is easy. Every month you put gas for 95 francs. You think that you have kept another car to build Mayapur. Yes, please send in your forms. Yeah. Damodar Prasad Prabhu, can you collect those forms? Yes. Everybody is ready. Yes, we have gold medallion here. Adi Purush Das Prabhu is doing a gold medallion. Please give a big hands. You were the one in the previous program? You came at the end? Okay.
Adi Purushabhu, because we don't want to embarrass the temple president, we're only going to give you a bronze one as well. For the time being. When he leaves, we'll give you the gold one. No, we'll send the gold one on to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, Prabhu. Gaurav Kapoor. Gaurav Kapoor, he is doing a gold medal. Please give a big hands. Yes, Swiss means gold. They are keeping the name, the plus. Yes. This is Gaurav Kapoor.
Thank you so much.
Kapoor.
We will send you the gold in due course when we get them, okay?
What is that? Subramani Pillai. Huh? Subramani Pillai Prabhu, he is doing a bronze medallion. Please give a big hands.
What was the name again? Sorry?
Subramani Pillai.
Subramani. Thank you so much, Subramani. Hare Krishna. Oh, we have a few pictures for your family. You want all the same color?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, everybody should give. If you don't have, I will give for you. Yes. Who is next?
Subramani and family ki jai. Haribol.
We have to do one award to beat the Tamil group. I think Tamil group is doing very, very good.
We have another card.
We have another card. We have, what is this? Chandima Guha. She is doing a bronze medallion. Please give her a big hands. Nobody is even clapping. Please appreciate. We have Robert King. He is a real king. He is doing a bronze medallion. Please give a big hands.
Robert King. Wow.
King should do gold.
Which one was it? Bronze medallion, was it?
I think my Tamil friend only brought him, I think. Yes.
Robert King, Prabhu King.
No. Long live the king.
Long live the King of Switzerland. Robert King doesn't sound so Swiss to me. Jai, Robert. Thank you so much.
Yeah, next. We want to do some award. We have to At least make a tie with the Tamil group, and I have a Hindi group probably next year I will come. I didn't do the Hindi group, I missed it. Right? Or Damodar Prasad Prabhu is cultivating all groups. It's amazing. Yeah. Yes. We have to have one award for 35,000 euros. Very, very easy. Sis, man, you have the money, all the money in the world you have here in these banks. Why it is sitting in the bank? Let us build a temple. Just, it is an award. No, yes, he is. What is your name? What is your name? Sandro Prabhu. He is doing a bronze medal, and please give him a big hands. Yeah. You can give the first install. Those who are pledging today, make a first installment. We have a QR code. Scan that QR code today before leaving. You can give the first installment. You can pay it on one shot also because you're all having account in Swiss bank. But if you cannot, then Gokul Tiwari. Is that right? Did I? Gokul Taruni. Yeah, there is a QR code here on the screen also. Gokul Taruni is a bronze medallion. Please give it a big hands. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
What color would you like? Would you like the...
Yes, who is next? Come on. We have a score to achieve. If we don't sweat in peace, then we'll bleed in war. Who is next? Everybody can do. And everybody is doing. This is the amazing congregation. Yes. I think it is platinum. Yes. Fitzi Hans. Oh, is that right?
Hans.
Yeah, Hans. Paramahans. He is doing a bronze medallion. Please give him a big hands. Yes. Oh, even young children are doing. This is young children. Shruti, that is your name. And what is her name? Huh? Sai Shri.
Sushi and Shai Shri.
Shruti and Sai Shri. What is your age? 16. What is her age? 10. 16 and 10. They are doing a silver medallion. Please give them a big hands.
Now we can give to the victors, no problem. But we can't
Yes.
do silvers, so the question is, who's getting the silver medallion?
The younger one gets.
Look at it. No, the young one is saying the older one is saying the young one. You're so nice. I tell you what, we'll just put it back on the table. Okay, no problem, no problem.
You put both on their heads together.
Yeah, that's right. You can become Siamese twins.
Aye. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki. Jai Gaur Premanande.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yes, who is next? Everybody can give.
Now this little boy and this little girl are feeling left out.
Yeah, they should get.
Look at that lovely silver medallion that your friend has.
Ah. A gold would be even better. It will shine. All our philosophy is all golden. Everything to do with gold.
Golden avatar will be in the new temple.
Yeah.
What's the population of Switzerland? 8 million. Just see, when this temple opens, the whole entire population of Switzerland could go to Mayapur.
8 million population. but they are having more than 800 trillion money here.
That's right.
So we have to take that and build the temple. Yes, anybody? Everybody should give. Everybody did. I think everybody gave. Everybody. Is there anybody writing still? Send in the form. We have to have at least one award from here in this group. And our QR code is here. Please scan the QR code and do your first installment, because we have to pay bills every month. Your installment is very important. Yeah.
Adi Purush is coming for a second round.
Yes, it is. You okay? What is it? What is his name? Diana. Is that right? He is doing one time out of the dome. Please give him a big hand. She. Please give her a big hand. Yeah, please come, please come. You have to be brave in Krishna consciousness. You should not be shy. Everybody should participate, whether you have money or you don't have money. And if you don't have money, you should participate even more.
Diana talked to me in Au Francais. Robert King told me he's from the UK.
Here he is from the UK, you are from the UK.
Oh, shoot, you got somebody from Switzerland. Okay, great.
Yeah. Yes, did everybody give? I think whoever is here is everybody gave, I think. We can. Please scan also. Please don't leave without giving your first installment. If you have taken a medallion, and if you've taken less than a medallion, you can even give in one shot. It's not a big deal. Anybody is writing? Done?
Adi Purush, he's looking active there at the back.
We scan one time the QR code, and then we'll...
Sukandi, can you answer that question? One time it will do the recurring, it will automatically.
How it works exactly. One time scanning the QR code, and then over 3 years, automatically.
Yeah, when you scan the QR code, a page will come up and ask you what is your pledge. Then you will say annual Bronzeman or whatever. And then fill your name, that's this pledge card, name, surname, and then telephone number. And then at the bottom it will ask you one-off payment or whether you want to do monthly.
Recurring. So those options are there. Yeah, once you set it on, then it will. These days everything is easy, you know. The designers of the cloud or web, they know how to take everybody's money.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Is anybody done?
Any more card filling? Oh, yeah, card filling.
I think everybody has done. So let us call it a celebration today. It was an amazing day that the congregation of Zurich Temple, they sacrificed in building the Temple of Vedic Planetarium in Sridham Mayapur, the largest Vedic temple, from Chairman Ambarish Prabhu, from His Grace Janani Bas Prabhu, His Grace Pragosh Prabhu, and the TOVP team. We're very, very grateful to each and every one of you in participating in really making it possible to build this temple. I'm my friend Damodar Prasad Prabhu, the temple president. Such a cooperative spirit. As Prabhupada said, your love will be shown how well you cooperate with each other after I am gone. And he is showing that spirit, not only all the temples who have invited us, is showing that spirit. We wanted to build our headquarters so that the whole world can be saved. So thank you so very much. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ke. Srila Prabhupada Ke. Srila Prabhupada Ke. Thy God Premanande. Hare Hare Bo. Hare Krishna.
Thank you all very, very much. And of course, down there on the other side, we've got Shima, who, was so committed to the temple that it's now carrying on.
Yeah, now we will have the blessings. Shatari Prabhu's Prabhu will give the Paduka and Jananivas Prabhu will give the Shatari. Please form a line and get the blessings. Oh, you will sit, you will sit. No, I thought you will go there and, yeah, go there and do it. It will be easy. Thank you. Hare Krishna, my friend.